Dillard Hoff, Delegate 32 of Venus's Golubkina crater and Speaker for the Venusian Caucus, you have the floor.
Esteemed colleagues of the Solar Compact, I sympathize with my counterpart from the Martian colony of Syrtis Major. Venus is also a terraformed world. Over the past 5 millennia, my ancestors, with great help from our planetary neighbors, have lowered the temperature of the planet from a lead melting 462 degrees to the semi-habitable 40 to 160 degrees Celsius it is today. We are no strangers to civilization-wide megaprojects. The Solar Shield was a multi-trillion-dollar project, and my constituents are eternally grateful for the continued support of the Solar Compact. However, this is a different situation. As difficult and expensive as the terraforming of Venus was, time has shown that it was possible. Even after 100 trillion in spending, Mars is still at risk of deterraforming. Scientists keep telling us that Mars is on the edge of the habitable zone. But if that is true, then why does it keep freezing over? I must also add to the delegation's record that as a Venusian, my constituents and I are accustomed to living in a semi-habitable world. I don't understand why we must divert 30 trillion into keeping Mars at standard Earth temperatures. Are my Martian counterparts afraid to put on a jacket? As the appointed speaker for the Venusian Caucus, I submit that the delegates of my world voted unanimously not to adopt Resolution 87392. Thank you. I return my time to the Compact Speaker.
Thank you, Venusian Caucus Speaker. Let the record show a vote of 17 against the resolution from the delegates of Venus. Opal Delgado, Delegate 3 of Earth's Transnational Union and Speaker for the Terran Caucus, you have the floor.
Thank you, Compact Speaker. I will attempt to keep this short because in speaking for the 612 delegates of Earth, I am speaking for 2 different sides of the debate. Firstly, we understand the need for Mars to maintain a habitable climate in order to facilitate its industrial output. The economy of Mars is based heavily on surface mining and also has an important tourism industry which welcomes about 20 million a year to Olympus Mons and the Valles Marineris geological reserves. I submit to the record that these are industries which would have to change greatly and possibly diminish greatly in the face of a terraforming climate. Some of my colleagues, myself included, believe that the interruption of these industries would lead to economic collapse within the inner solar system. Other members of my caucus agree with the Venusian delegation and contend that we simply cannot prop up a terraforming world. I submit to the record 324 votes against and 288 votes for adopting SC Resolution 87392. I return my time to the Compact Speaker.
Thank you, Terran Caucus Speaker. Let the record show a split of 288 for and 324 against from the delegates of Earth. With a unanimous vote from the delegates of Mars and Ceres, a unanimous vote against from Venus, and a split vote from Earth, Resolution 87392 passes 359 to 341.
Thank you for listening to my new short story, The Solar Compact. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please consider subscribing to our Unobservable Universe for new videos every week.